Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been quite a while. I did post a video a couple of days ago. I've been on hiatus because my mother was hospitalized. She had several mini strokes and she was in the hospital for quite a while. She's home now, but her recovery has been very, very slow. So, I had to, be there for my mother and be there for my family. So I haven't been able to do any readings. But I wanted to come on because right now we are in the season of the thinning of the veil. And if you're not familiar with what the thinning of the veil is, it's basically, it starts now and it goes, through Halloween. And as we get closer to Halloween, the veil gets thinner and thinner. And what that means is the spirits enter our physical world. They are very close to our physical world. And because of that, it's a time where you really need to protect yourself and be safe. Not all spirits are bad. However, there are spirits that are bad. And if you are dealing with any karmics or enemies or jealous people, this is a time where they really do black magic or do spells or curses or hexes, and they use the dark spirits to help with their spells, against you. And this is the reason why it's important to stay safe and protected. So, I just want all of you to, do what you can to protect yourself. If you don't have the time, if you don't have the tools or the know-how, I offer candle work for that specifically. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an email and I will let you know how I do my candle works and what I charge for that. It's very, very important to just stay safe at this time. Okay, so I want to go ahead and do a reading for all of you to basically see what just see what it is that you should all be cautious about. Okay, so I've already pulled the cards, and I'm gonna go ahead and go over them with you. Okay, so let's see. The first card that we had, so again, this is basically, this is a reading for all of you viewers to see how you should be cautious at this particular time. Okay, so the first card that we have is the Five of Wands. It is in the upright position. Second card we have is the Hermit, and the Hermit is in reverse. Then we have the Sun. It is in reverse. And then we have the Four of Swords. It's in the upright position. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about these cards really quick. So, as a caution, the first thing, that we need to talk about is this Five of Wands. This is about, arguments. This is about, fights with people, okay? Not getting along. Conflict and competition, okay? So again, if you have a karmic in your life, or a jealous friend, or enemies, this is basically saying that one of the things that you need to be cautious about is conflict and competition. Okay, second card we have is the Hermit in reverse. So in the upright position, the Hermit, he is somebody who he's very wise, and he basically takes time out, because he's the Hermit. He takes time out to do some soul searching and to find enlightenment. That's the reason why he carries the lamp. However, it's in reverse. Okay, so to me, what this is basically saying is that the caution is you have to be cautious of the spirits right now, because again, some are good and some are not good. And with the Hermit being in reverse is basically saying that you have to be careful with these spirits, because if you come across a spirit that if you come across a spirit that is not a good spirit, then this spirit is not going to give you wisdom and not going to give you enlightenment. So the caution is to really try to determine whether whether you come across a good spirit or a bad spirit, because what I want to explain to you is that during this time, you might come across you could be in your home and the lights are flickering, or the TV may come on and off, or how can I say, or you may see shadows in the home, because the spirits are, close to our physical world. You may come across spirits, and you may not know if they are a good spirit or a bad spirit. So again, with the Hermit in reverse, it's basically saying that you need to be cautious, okay? Because if you come across a spirit that is not a good spirit, then that bad spirit is not going to give you wisdom and not going to give you enlightenment. All right, so be cautious of that. Also, we have the Sun. It's also in reverse. Okay, in the upright position, this is the happiest card in the tarot deck. When it's in reverse, it's basically saying that happiness is not available during this time. And how can I say, that may not be for everybody, but it is still a caution that there could be, some unhappiness, because it is showing up in reverse. So, it's just a time where you need to be careful, okay? So then we have the Four of Swords, all right? And it is in the upright position. So this is basically saying that, if you look close, there is a man who's laying down, he's praying, okay? So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that, there's some conflict, there's some caution to There's caution to really look out for the spirits and determine whether they are good or bad, okay? And then with the sun in reverse, the caution is that possibly, your karmics or enemies or jealous people could be doing magic so that you are not, happy and abundant. So I feel like with the Four of Swords, what this is saying is that, you need to retreat, you need to meditate, you need to pray so that these, bad things here don't get the best of you, okay? So definitely, take some rest and pray and meditate and, try to be as safe as possible, okay? So then I pulled a clarifier for the Five of Wands, all right? And what we had was the Fool, and it is also in reverse. So basically, again, I feel like the Fool in the reverse position is basically a card of foolishness, okay? But it's also a card of not having, new beginnings, and it's just in between this time, between now and Halloween, okay? There's not going to be a lot of beautiful new beginnings, okay? Because there is conflict and competition, okay? This could be coming from karmics and enemies and jealous people, okay? So, just be cautious of that, okay? So then I pulled a clarifier for the Sun in reverse, and I got the Five of Pentacles in the upright, okay? So this is a card of loss, okay? Being left out in the cold, or, losing your money, or just loss in general, okay? So again, I feel like the caution is, if people are doing magic on you, they're just trying to make you unhappy and take some losses, and also, not be able to let you have some new beautiful beginnings around this time, okay? So it's very important to be cautious of, number one, try to distinguish, the good spirits from the dark spirits, and also to pray, meditate, and take some time out for yourself, okay? But this is also, I feel like this is also saying, that you need to, protect yourself and be safe, okay? So then I pulled some oracle cards, and I'll go ahead and pull the books on this. Let me get my glasses because I cannot see. So the first one is Ghost, and it says regret, okay? And then the second one is the Witch. It says the earthly weaver of the worlds, okay? So let's go ahead and read what these say, okay? So the Ghost says, Ghost, regret. Like smoke rising from the ashes, a mist from the sea, the dead, they are watching, they have come to haunt me. So it says, the traditional definition of a ghost is the apparition of the spirit or the soul of a formerly living being. Ghosts can be both in human form or animal, or even occasionally animate, I don't know this word, inanimate objects such as ghostly ships have been reported. The brief in spirits and ghosts is extremely let's see. The belief in spirits and ghosts is extremely widespread across time and cultures, and different words such as spirits, wraths, phantoms, and shade have been used to reform them. Ghosts can be both people that we have known, ancestors, for examples, who visit to assist us, or presents that are bound to a particular place because they have found it difficult to let go after they are dead. The concept of the haunted house or the cursed place is the basis for many of creepy ghost stories. In fact, the most interesting ghost stories often involved a very angry or destructive spirit coming back to wreak its revenge after death. The Old Norse word for ghost has been the same root word as the word fury. It is said that the spirit that cannot let go of the world have a reason for this. Sometimes it is to warn the living, to guide them, but generally it is because they haven't finished their business here on the place of the living. They have regrets, and they wish to resolve. Should the ghost come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate that you have some regrets to let go of, holding grudges or regrets or burdensome work, and it weighs on us down eventually. By taking action to free ourselves of these old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise action for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. So basically what this is saying is, and I talked about it with the hermit. So basically, when I talk about good spirits and bad spirits, this is what this card is talking about. So good spirits would be like your ancestors who have passed, okay? Maybe your parents or siblings. Those would be good spirits, and they would be watching out for you. However, what it was also saying is that there are also spirits that have unfinished business, and they have regrets, and they can haunt you, okay? And so that's the reason why it's imperative to be cautious with the hermit in reverse. You have to basically distinguish if it is an ancestor or sibling, a good spirit, or if it is a darker spirit. And again, because of the fact that people do spells around this time, You just really have to be cautious. You have to be cautious and you have to protect yourself, okay, for swords, okay? You have to be cautious because if you're not, praying and meditating and being cautious, then there's conflict and then there's unhappiness and then there's total loss. And that's not something that you want, all right? So this is basically just saying that, there are good spirits and there are not so good spirits. And again, that's what, the Hermit in reverse is basically talking about, okay? So, then we have the witch, okay? So let's go ahead and see what the witch says. So it says, the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. It says earth, air, fire, water. A woman lovely, a woman strange, weaver of the worlds, moon's daughter, the catalyst for change. So it says witches have had a bad reputation for a couple of millenniums now. Originally, the healers of cunning women of the village. The word witch comes from the Celtic word wis, meaning weaver or wise. When the new religion of Christianity spread through the land, the custodians of the old pagan ways, in part, witches were labeled as evil, and as we know from history, they were driven underground into the shadows of the understanding and darkness. However, for the purposes of Halloween, let's look at witches as the weavers of magic and change. Through spells and rituals, and even through herbal recipes, they weave the powers of the world and the next in the synergy to solve problems and heal. Holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life, and that magic indeed is afoot. You must understand that you have power and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power, and that may not appreciate or like changes in you as you grow. Be prepared for this is and do not be discouraged. New friends and new opportunities will be attracted instead. So basically what this is saying is that for millenniums, the witch has always been considered bad. But nowadays, it can mean change. It can mean good change. So I just feel like with the ghost, it's basically saying that you really need to distinguish between your good spirits and your bad spirits. And with the witch, it's basically, saying that you have the power. You have the power to combat anything that your enemies are doing to you. You have the power to make the change, okay? And I feel like this is important because I feel like it's important because you can't always be afraid of what your enemies are going to do to you. You need to take your power back. And when you take your power back, change happens. All right? But the thing about it is that you do need to protect yourself, and you do need to, stay safe. Okay? So, I feel like we already see that your enemies and your karmics are trying to do some bad things to you. But what Spirit is also saying is that you need to distinguish between good spirits and bad spirits with the Hermit in reverse and with the Ghost. And then also with the Four of Swords and the Witch. This is basically saying that, you have the power to take your power back, okay? And to make changes. So be cautious, but also protect yourself. Protect yourself and be safe. Whether it's, through your own self, learning, some spells by yourself, or whether it's, you wanting to contact me and help you. Either way, take your power back, okay? Because even though witches were considered bad in, the many years, now witches are considered, powerful and can create change for you. So, all in all, I just feel like Spirit is saying that there are some obstacles, but you can also enter your power and distinguish the good spirits from the bad spirits and take your power back by being the witch. Take your power back and, combat your enemies and these karmics and these jealous people, because you can do it, okay? Do not let these people, do not let these people take your happiness. Do not let these people, leave you out in the cold and leave you in a total loss. Do not let these people give you conflict and competition. Do not let these people hinder your new beginnings, okay? Pray, meditate, and gain your power back, okay? Gain your power back. The word witch, it's not a bad thing like it was, many years ago. The witch is power. It's taking your power back and being the person that you need to be, and protecting yourself and keeping you and your family safe. So, that's what Spirit has for you today. So if any of you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. And also, if anybody's interested in a personal reading, I am doing personal readings again. So, all the information is in the description box. And I'll talk to you all soon. And I love you all. I've missed you all. And I'll be around. So have a good night. Bye-bye.